Before we start today's show, today we want to give a big shout out to Buzz TV. Man, Buzz TV has some really good devices, man. Like this last year, they've come up with some good stuff, and this new year, I'm excited to see what they got.
Yo, it's going to be straight fire. Some devices and features, because I don't want to say one or the other. With Buzz TV, it's hand in hand. They've dropped some fire devices and some amazing features that are always taking things to the next level. We also have been in talks with Omni Labs Robotics, bringing their telecommunication devices and robots to the next level, bringing everybody closer together.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys, their telepresence that you get is very cool. If you guys don't know what telepresence is having a pretty much a robot in front of you where you are remoted somewhere else, and it's like you're there physically, but not really physically. You're there through the robot. It's very cool. Make sure you guys check them out in the description below. Make sure you guys do check out that link.
You also want to make sure that no matter what you do online, you stay protected. There's so many VPN services out there. We talk about all the time. Make sure that you guys try them out. You check them out. See which ones work best for you.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys do check out those VPNs. We do have a couple of them that we recommend in the description below. So make sure you guys do get those. Just get protected, guys. So don't forget to check out the description below for all of these guys that we have shouted out today.
You know, no matter where you guys are listening, watching, whatever from, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, that like, drop us a comment, and the reviews actually help us a great deal. If you're looking to do anything for us in this year coming and beyond, the reviews help other viewers like yourself find this podcast and enjoy it as well. So thank you guys. And with all that being said, let's start the show.
And welcome back to another weekly news. And we kind of have a special edition this week. We're going to be doing, for our weekly news, there's a lot of stuff that came up within streaming. Tons of stuff with streaming this week. So we are going to talk about it. Next Level's main is looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
What product do you have in there?
I think I'm using hair food right now. I switched back to my hair food.
Hair food. What'd you feed it? Mac and cheese?
With hot dogs.
With hot dogs. Oh man, you just reminded me. There's this new Fortnite dance. Give me chicken wings, hot dog, and bologna. Shit, I forgot the rest of it.
Is it a song or a dance?
It's a song with a dance. I think it's a TikTok dance, maybe, because Fortnite loves to grab those TikTok dances. What is it? No, give me chicken wings, hot dogs, and bologna. Feed me, what is it? Mac and cheese. Chilling with my homies. It's the funniest. Like, so I haven't played Fortnite in a while. Neither has my brother-in-law. And we were kind of like, dude, yesterday was just grinding, man. Just grinding. I was putting all my videos up for the Rojas Tech reviews for April, and I was already editing all my stuff for the month of May. And then I put my list together for the streaming tech for April.
Yeah.
And I started to work on what I wanted to do for May for streaming tech, but then I was like, no, I'm like, I know Buzz TV products are coming, so I'm just going to wait until I get it, hopefully sometime in April. But I was uploading, and then my brother-in-law gives me a call and says, hey, we need to talk about your quarterly taxes for this year. Mm-hmm. And so, we should just start talking about money and when we're going to pay taxes to the man and all that crap. And dude, I think it was like an hour of just going back and forth on with numbers and crunching. And it was just, while I was doing all this at the same time. So we're just like, hey, you know what? Let's take a break and let's just play Fortnite. Now, he hasn't played Fortnite since Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I probably haven't played Fortnite. You know what? I probably played Fortnite like once last week and then maybe once the week before that, just for like a little bit. I've been stuck on the Spider-Man game. And there was that dance that was in there for sale that it was just, dude, we saw it and we couldn't stop laughing. Like legit, we could not stop laughing. Dude, you know what? We should start a YouTube channel with playing video games.
I'm terrible at video games. I used to
all
be
right.
okay. I am absolutely terrible now.
It's all right. Well, I don't know who's gonna carry who if you're horrible, and I'm okay. I'm decent.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Um,
Sometimes I play with digital slang. We play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Sometimes
on the cell phone.
No, on Xbox.
Dude, we could all freaking squat up. I could definitely get my brother-in-law in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, we'll definitely squat up.
Usually after he does his live streams, he plays Call of Duty for a few hours.
Nice. Yeah, I'm totally down. So, okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get into the topics today. I know people are like, what is going on here? And as you know, the title of the show is usually the first topic that we talk about, but listen to the entire thing because there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens. So, first thing I wanted to bring up here is, and I'm glad you found this article because I couldn't find a really, really good one. So check this out. The new Alexa voice remote for Fire TV released with added guide and app buttons. So it pretty much, like, to me, if you take away this, like all these dedicated buttons, up, down, does it have a mute button? The light? I know the light the light doesn't have the up, down, or mute button, huh?
No, because the light doesn't have any CEC controls.
Yeah, so but it just has the TV it's like one tab over from your home screen.
Yeah.
So it has that dedicated tab. For the third gen, they take away the dedicated tab and they give you the up, down, mute, right?
Mute. Yeah, there's no mute on the light.
There's no, I'm talking about the third gen.
Third gen should have a mute, yeah.
Third gen will look like this. And then the third gen Fire Stick remote looks like the 4K Fire Stick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much the one right here says 2018 second gen Alexa voice remote. This is how the 4K Fire Stick remote looks like in the third gen Fire Stick remote. Now, this one says I'm not sure why they're labeling it. Why was AFTV News? Yeah, AFTV News labeled this as the 2021 third gen Alexa voice remote. I guess it's just the remote that they're labeling. I'm thinking about the sticks,
Right.
So they're adding a grip ton of buttons here at the bottom, dedicated buttons. You got Prime, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. They added the TV tab button, which I think it's still a useless button. And then they added the mute button to the side. I think they just kind of said, hey, let's just add more buttons, Let's just add more buttons.
I think just to make things even more confusing, according to these pictures, this has nothing to do with the actual devices. So the one on the left is your second gen Fire TV remote, and the one on the right is your third gen of that remote. Right. Not to be confused of the second gen and third gen Fire TV sticks.
Exactly. Why they gotta make it so confusing? Elias.
It's not him.
Elias. So now here's the other thing that was interesting. So Amazon has released a new Alexa voice remote for Fire TV devices. This remote has unofficially appeared in a few places already. I know Australia's was one of them that they're talking about this. But Amazon has also chosen to swap out the remote that comes with the third gen Fire TV stick for this new remote in many regions, including, of course, the US of A, you guys up the north, Germany, and others. So this is, I didn't read the whole article, but this is kind of interesting. I don't know if this is swappable, but check this out. Here's 4 different remotes. and everything looks identical except for the 4 dedicated buttons at the bottom.
Yeah.
So at the top, I said there was Prime, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu, going from left, right, and then down 1, left, right. So it's 4 buttons, makes it into a square. But here is 4 different remotes, and it says Prime Video, Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu. The next remote says Prime Video, Netflix, DAZN, and Amazon Music. The next one, Prime Video, Netflix, apps, Amazon Music. And the next one is Prime Video, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Music. Are they assuming that, like, are these actual remotes, or are they just assuming that we're going to be able to change these buttons?
So according to the article, it says that in the US, the app buttons are for Prime Video, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu, while the other variations would be for other regions outside of the States. So I'm not sure why other region. Well, I guess, you know what? Outside of the States, I don't have access to Hulu. I don't have access to some of those services. I have Netflix, I have Prime Video, Disney Plus. So that kind of makes sense because not every service is available in every country.
Well, I don't have access to Netflix, so can we get rid of the Netflix button?
I knew that was coming.
Stupid Netflix. There you go. That's a clip right there. Stupid Netflix. Yeah, it's interesting. What do you think?
But that kind of takes us into, is it like, does it make sense? Are these buttons even worth it? Right? We have a whole bunch of different buttons. We've had discussions in the past about just color coding them and then giving us the ability to choose what the buttons do. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that makes so much more sense, unless we all know that these Fire TV devices are, I guess, gateway drugs to the rest of their services. So if Disney Plus and Hulu and whoever else are paying for that real estate on the actual devices, then I guess they would have to put their name on it.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting. And then the other thing too is here. So here's anybody listening to the audio. You know, we try our best to explain what we're showing here. But if you do check it out in the video, you'll be able to see it on YouTube. So here's a list of remotes. You got your Amazon, Insignia, Toshiba, Juanita. I don't know what that is. Another Insignia, what the hell? Grundig?
Grundig?
Grundig? What the freak is that? JVC. So it says, before today, no standalone Fire TV app had app buttons. The first Fire TV Edition television remote was shown off at CES at 2017 without any app buttons, but it gained a Prime Video, Amazon Music, and of course the dumb Netflix button. Every Fire TV Edition remote since has had app buttons. The NVIDIA Shield TV went 4 years without app buttons. It's remote until they released a new one 2 years ago. Yeah, and then of course, you know, we got TiVo, the Chromecast. They all got those dedicated buttons, but I don't know, man. I you know what would be really cool? Like, to me, I think this would be really neat. I think this would be really neat. So if this is true that these remotes will be specific to different regions, because not different regions will have Netflix. Well, I guess Netflix is everywhere, but I guess like DAZN.
Is it DAZN or DAZN?
I think it's DAZN. DAZN. Oh, DAZN. What the hell is this?
Like a calzone, you know?
What are calzone? Calzone in Spanish means underwear.
In Italian, it's kind of like a pizza pocket, isn't it?
Where's Jesse Hernandez? Forget about it. I need to record him and put him on my thing here. So I guess I don't know if Hulu is not available around the world. Disney Plus, I don't think they're available around the world. DAZN maybe not available around the world.
Plus should be available in most places. I would think that they're pretty international too.
Most, but this is what I kind of wish they would do. If they're going to say depending on your region, I kind of hope what they do is they give you like a little like, I don't know if you want to call it like something like this. Like like a rubbery rectangular thing that has all the buttons in there, and then all you do is just pop them off, and then you pop it onto the remote. So give me one that has apps. Give me, of course, Prime Video, because the Fire Sticks, it's dedicated to Prime stuff anyway. Give me, I guess, the Netflix, because everybody freaking has it, not for long. And then Hulu, Disney Plus, like all these apps I'm cool with. The only thing I wish they would add within that, like, give me like a good like a dozen, give me ones that just say 1, 2, 3, 4, or give me ones that are blank, just colored.
We all know you want an ESPN Plus one.
Hell no. You know what? I did retest ESPN Plus. And our buddy Surgeflix was saying that you have to watch it for more than a couple seconds. I'm like, I did watch it for a couple seconds. And I think he said it takes sometimes up to 30 seconds, but you do have to give it time for it to cache. So I was like, okay, let me try it again. So I tried it, and yeah, the quality cleared up pretty nicely. Like pretty nice, Mm-hmm. Is it the quality that I wanted? No. I still, if ESPN gives you some of the best sports out there, they better give me some of the best quality. So if the quality is pretty good, that's not good enough. You know what I mean? I want it to be amazing. So I don't know. I think the buttons are good. Give me options. Which reminds me, this is a very, very, very good segue there. Amazon will stream 21 Yankees game on Prime Video for the 2021 season.
What if I'm not a Yankee fan?
Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. So check this out. I got to show this. Amazon Prime will stream 21 games, 21 Yankee games. So they just announced this. It will stream 21 New York Yankee games during the 21 season as part of its partnership with Yes Network. And here's the actual schedule for it. So this is pretty interesting. They pretty much cover. So I don't know if you know anything about baseball, but they play like over 100 games in a season. It's a lot, dude.
Listen,
it's like 5 to 6 games a week.
I played for 4 years of my life, and the kids made fun of me for 4 years of my life because my mom would how do you call it? She would press and crease my baseball pants. So I would go to the games with creased white baseball pants. I was such a ref. It wasn't even funny.
Such a ref. So, dude, this is, I don't know. For me, they give you like a couple games, like 3 games in April, looks like 4 games in May, 2 games in June, 5 games in July, 4 games in August, and then 3 games in September. So it puts you up all the way up until
September, end of September.
Until pretty much playoffs, which is cool. All right. Not bad.
I like how organized they are, like how they're able to give you all of this way beforehand. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I'm, again, like how you said, what if I'm not a Yankees fan? Well, if you're a fan of any of these teams, then you can see it, which is okay. But how does, I don't even know how the Yes Network even has access to this stuff. It's kind of weird.
I guess it's kind of like how Amazon used to do those football games, because every once in a while Amazon would show you a football game and you would see it as soon as you opened your Fire TV. It would be right there on the home. You can click on it and it would open up. So I guess it's going to be something very similar to that. That's going to tell you open up your Amazon Fire device on April 18th, and it's going to be like, watch Tampa Bay and who is it? Yankees right now. Want to plop? Want to plop?
Want to flop? Yeah, I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm a Dodgers fan.
Okay.
And you know what? It would have been cool to see that right there that says, "Hey, Dodgers versus Yankees." I'm like, ooh, that would have been neat to watch. But
I wonder if certain games get more views if they reach out to those organizations and try to get their schedules through the Fire TV as well. That might be like Prime.
yeah, maybe.
Like if
Like,
you watch all of the Dodgers game and none of the other games, then they're like,
see, like if I'm a Yankees fan, I would be loving this. I'd be like, hell yeah, I get to watch some games for free with my Prime account. Sweet. Jesse Hernandez, the second time we call you now. We know you're a Yankees fan. You're not a Boston fan. I don't think I saw them. I don't think I saw Yankees versus the Red Sox game. That is a huge rivalry. Huge rivalry. I don't. Okay, so I know we the North people up there, for your Toronto Raptors. Who is your biggest rivalry? Because I don't know. Do you guys even have one?
I'm not really a sports guy, so I can't really tell you.
Okay, well, anybody who lives up there in the North, leave us a comment below and tell us your thoughts.
I'm a nerd. I'm sorry.
It's one of those things where with sports, like if you talk about like Dodgers, you talk about Angels, even though they're not in the same league. It's just like, hey, these are the rivals. If you talk about the Chicago Bears, you talk about Green Bay Packers, the Fudge Packers, whatever. Big old rivalry. If you talk about, oh man, you talk about the Raiders. Raiders just hate everybody in their division. That division that the Raiders are in is brutal. Like, they don't like the Broncos. They don't like the Chiefs. They don't like, especially the Chargers. Everybody in their division, it's just nasty rivalry. And then even with basketball, Clippers and Lakers, New York Nets with the New York Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. There's some pretty tight rivalries, but with Toronto, I'm just like, who are they? I'm like, I know they're in a division with other teams, but I don't know. You never hear like, oh, the Raptors versus
bleh. Yeah, nobody talks about the Canadian teams. Nobody. They're like, we're like the forgotten step kid of the NBA. We're the only, like, what? There's only one Canadian team in the NBA.
Yeah. Same with baseball, right? You guys only got one team?
Yeah, just the Toronto Blue Jays.
What about hockey? You guys have two teams, right?
We got a couple. There's obviously the Leafs, and I think there's Calgary Flames. I think Edmonton has a team and Vancouver has a team.
4 teams. See, that makes
Ottawa Senators.
What about the Canucks?
Yeah.
You guys have one called the Canucks?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm just making this shit up now, dude.
Vancouver Canucks, yeah. Vancouver Canucks.
Shit. For the win. The win.
In hockey, we'll have rivalries. We'll have rivalries.
Why will we? I'm hunting wabbits. It's wabbit season. Oh man, that's like. All right, we need to move on, or we're gonna.
Okay, rivalries and duos. We are going into The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's the latest to hit Marvel TV shows for this year, and it has started as WandaVision has ended. Very interesting stuff. WandaVision was labeled as the most popular show when it came out, and this has dusted it. Like, it is the number one show, even over top of WandaVision. We did a long segment last week talking about this particular thing and where we thought that the actual storyline might go with Bucky and Falcon. And that was actually a really good episode. I think the rant was almost 20 minutes long, just specifically on this topic. But it says that it arrived on Disney Plus last week, and it cemented its rank as the streamer's most watched series premiere ever. I mean, it seems like every time they drop a show, they're going to say this: "We are the greatest ever." Another one. The
Another one.
MCU series dropped its first episode on March 19th, with more viewers turning in that weekend than for the premiere of WandaVision or The Mandalorian. Now, that's some big words, because we all know how good, well, The Mandalorian is. Now, it took some people to warm up to WandaVision, and I think once they warmed up to it, it got more viewers as the season went on. So that doesn't strike me like too surprising that its initial weekend it got more views than WandaVision. But to beat Mandalorian as well, I think that this is going to be obviously a great show that I'm not going to watch yet. I'm not watching it yet.
Why?
Because right now I'm rewatching Flash. I'm in season 3.
All right.
And season 7 just came out. I want to catch all the way up and finish that. And then I also I'm waiting for a few more episodes of the new Superman and Lois. I've watched the first episode and actually the first 2 episodes, and it was pretty good. So I kind of want to wait for a few more of those to come out. And I think for me to really give Falcon and Winter Soldier a good digestible moment, it's got to give me at least 4 episodes. It has to give me at least 4 episodes. Because if I watch the first one, I don't want to lose interest, because remember, we talked about this. They're not particularly grade A characters. They're not main role characters, right? So there's definitely has to be some storyline, some backstory that has to fill it. And I don't think they're going to be able to do enough of it in one episode to really capture me. So I think I'm going to have to watch at least 1 or 2 back to back.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, you know me, I don't like to watch it until the season's over, so
Right.
I fall in a whole different category. But I think a lot of people have learned so far when I watch some of these shows, I look for any little Easter egg that I can find, just because I know a lot of the stuff about the comic books. Like, I've read a lot of the comic books. I followed a lot of their stuff in the past. So for me to see what they're going to do, and you know what? I was actually very, very tempted of watching that first episode, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just because I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I want to see it how, because WandaVision. Now I'm talking like you. WandaVision was really good. The first 2 episodes were great, and then it just went from great to a freaking amazing. And I think this one, it has like again, I don't watch trailers or anything like that. I just kind of take it with the okay, this show is coming. This is what they did in the past. This is where they left off. For me, this has the potential of being like a full-fledged action type movie. Now, there are action type TV shows, but it's usually tied up with a lot of drama, like a lot of, I guess, storytelling, just a lot of mixed categories within an action TV series. Now, with this one, I don't think there's going to be drama. Well, there's going to be drama. There's going to be some kind of drama, but it's not going to be like, oh no, you know what I mean?
It's not going to be DC drama.
Yeah,
because DC is a lot better at portraying emotions than I think Marvel is,
and that's why they fail.
Not like The Flash is a very emotional TV show, and some people really enjoy it.
Okay, the Flash TV show is very emotional, but here's the thing. You're already 3 seasons in, so I could freely say this. And then if anybody
I've watched the whole thing already, I'm just rewatching it now.
Okay, so I could freely say this then. If anybody hasn't caught up, I'm not going to say anything about the current season, just the previous seasons. So it starts off great. Here's the Flash, and here's this kid, got his powers, kind of nerdy and goofy and whatever. And then here he goes fighting a speedster, and he's trying to save the city, you know. And then here,
reasons you just explained.
Yeah, and then season 2 is like, okay, here's another speedster that he's gonna go fight up against, and here's more drama, and oh, there's another backstory on this, and then okay, here's season 3, another backstory of some forecasting speedster and something, and then here comes the speedster daughter, and it's just like the Flash has a lot of other enemies, other bad guys that are not speedsters. Why do I got to see speedster versus speedster every single time? You know what I mean? And to me, it was kind of like his wife. It was just like, it was kind of like, oh, I'm mad at you, Barry, because you didn't tell me anything. I'm going home. Is get the hell out of here. and then here, elongated man. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Can he elongate everything? What the hell's going on with this crap? Dude, this is going way rated R or X.
I mean, he's an actual character in the comic book.
He is, but they could have used so many other ones that are bigger, I guess.
I thought he played a good elongated man, though.
Okay. If he's over here, okay, I agree with you, yes, but you do have to admit there's a lot of cheesy moments in there.
There's cheesy moments in every episode.
Not as bad as elongated man.
He's a cheesy dude.
It was like, oh, I smell something that I need to detect, and then they wiggle his nose around. It's just like, the freak is this? It's like, dude, really? And then that episode that they did the whole freaking Glee thing, and they all started singing, and it's like weird. It's like, okay, Barry Allen, I know you were in Glee before, and I think he was like in an episode or two. You don't have to bring that crap here to this. Crap here. Dude. Seriously, I'm just like, but why? I don't know. It's you could only do. Oh, what is that? Like The Handmaid's Tale. That one had a grip ton of drama, but it was kind of like people were brutally dying in that TV show. Mm-hmm. And there were some brutal things happening. I'm not gonna. If you haven't seen it, I'm just gonna say this: don't watch it with your kids. It's not an adult show, but it's not for kids. But I gotta say, man, like if there's gonna be drama with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think it's gonna be more like John Wick style. I think it's gonna be more like Avengers. Like there's a lot of action with some kind of drama in there, but it's going to be like very cinematic versus television, if that makes sense. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So, and with all that being said, you guys are not going to believe this, but the Fire Cube is on sale again. Again, check this out. Amazon Fire TV Cube is on sale for $99.99. Select customers get an extra $10 off. So check this out. Right now it's on sale, right? There is a code that you can put. FTVC stands for Fire TV Cube 21 for the year 2021. FTVC 21 at checkout. The promo code is labeled as an upgraded offer. So it seems like owning and or using an older Fire TV model is required to qualify for additional savings. So if you got one and if you put this code in and they know that you got one, then you might get a pretty good deal. $89. Even, you know what? Even at $99, that's a pretty good deal, dude. I got to say, when you look at the Fire Cube and you look at the 4K Fire Stick, the 4K Fire Stick's at $50. The Fire Cube at that offer at $99, we're just looking at double the price. You get the built-in Amazon call out. You could call her out and say, hey, do this, do that. Hands free. Of course, you get the remote. People are gonna be like, what the? You get the remote. Calm down. And it's just a beast of a device. $100. Like it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good device. Like if you have a stick, check out that cube. The cube is good. And these sales, they don't one, they don't last too long,
Right.
and two, they don't push them out that far.
It seems like they can never keep them in stock too once they push a sale.
Yeah, as soon as they go on sale, out of stock.
We've talked in the past. If you are running a second gen Fire Stick, you need to leave that thing in the dust. And they keep pumping out more sales. There's more devices available than ever before. Please, I beg you guys, stop using first gen, second gen Fire TV devices. They are so much better now.
Yeah, I gotta say, even we've heard some comments about the Fire TV Lite that it is just a waste of time. It really isn't.
I feel like it's only people who haven't used it will say that, because we said it before we used it.
We did,
and I'll admit that I was wrong.
Maybe we should do an episode on just the Fire TV, or maybe a live show about the Fire TV, the Cube, the just everything that you need to know about the Fire Sticks. Why is the Fire TV Lite as good as the 4K Fire Stick? It's that half a gig of RAM. It's good and it gives you that 4K, but to me, it's only half a gig. If it was double, if it was like, okay, you get 1 gig on the Lite and then you get 2 gigs on the 4K Fire Stick. Okay, cool. You get double the power. Awesome. But I don't know, that Lite, unless you're running a really good 4K TV with all the bells and whistles and stuff, then you know what I mean? That Lite should be more than enough.
For sure. And no matter what you throw at this cube, it's going to handle everything. Yeah. Anyway, so speaking about upgrading your devices, there's been a recent problem with the NBC Sports app when it comes to the Amazon devices. This is really interesting. And I think maybe they'll fix it. Maybe they won't. So what the issue is that recently there was an update to the application or to Amazon software, one or the other. And it started giving people a warning message when they launched their NBC Sports app, which said, due to security updates to the NBC Sports app, we are no longer supporting Premier League matches on older Fire TV devices. To view Premier League content, update to the newer Fire TV model running Fire OS 6 or higher. Please contact us with questions, blah, 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 blah. Now, to, I guess, translate that for everybody, Fire OS 5, which is obviously previous to Fire OS 6, is anything that's like second generation Fire Sticks and older. So if you're using an older Fire TV, or if you're using a second gen Fire TV or older, you're going to have these issues, right? So you can complain about it, or you could just join everybody else in 2021 and get a Fire Stick Lite for $30.
Leave us your thoughts in the comments below on that, please. If anybody's out there running a first gen or second gen Fire Stick, please let us know, and we'll try to get you a discount of some sorts. Or you never know. You never know. We like if you guys are watching the videos here, you'll notice that we're actually posting some comments that are scrolling at the bottom. In the audio side, you won't be able to see it. But so we're going to try to call it out every time we're here. But we're leaving comments and we're scrolling things and banners so that way people could read what we're trying to do. Just leave us a comment below, guys. Like we'll try to help you guys out as much as possible to get away from that first gen and second gen. There's so many better devices out there, The Lite is going to be more powerful than all of those back there. It's like, come on. And it's only $20. Come on. You could afford $20. If you go to Starbucks, just skip out on Starbucks for 2 days. You'll be good. There you go. Or buy one of those. Probably save you money. Save you money buying a Starbucks from the grocery store. The big old cans of things, Man. So yeah, that's very interesting how Would it be like security breaches? Would it be what would it be that the reason why they're saying that they have to stop doing that?
Man, I don't know. I don't know what the actual reason is. I didn't read too far into that article, but we all know, certain things are required with certain app versions. You know what I mean? Like OS
Hardware.
versions. Exactly. Not just hardware, but like, so Fire OS 6 is KitKat. They phased out Fire OS 5, which was previous to KitKat. We're talking Android 7.1. They're still compatible with Android 7.1. We have moved into Android 11 now. Like, this is 5-6 years of Android updates. So, what are they going to, like, even Samsung is like, we'll give you 3 to 4 years updates on your cell phone. I think Amazon's done a great job supporting applications for older operating systems, and they're moving forward, and they're like, I'm sorry, get a new device. Like, shoot, what do you want from me?
Yeah, just upgrade. Just upgrade. All right, so check this out. Justice League, the Rob Schneider, the Rob Schneider version. Well, it's Zack Snyder, but I like to say Rob Schneider. They beat out this last week Raya and the Last Dragon for the most popular movie of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Most popular movie of the week. Now, the one thing that I was kind of curious about, because I was just like, I'll talk about Justice League in a second. Give me a second. But, and you know what? I did watch a little bit of it. Did you watch anything of it?
I watched like
5 minutes?
the last half.
Did you watch the first 5 minutes?
No.
Damn it.
I walked in to one of my friends' houses, and they were watching it in the garage. So I wasn't going to be like, rewind it all the way back and rewatch it over. So I watched the last half of it.
All right. So they're saying that Raya and the Last Dragon is a big disappointment in the box office.
Really?
Big disappointment. Check this out. Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon disappointed, but the overall weekend box office made experts optimistic about the industry's recovery. Remember, they're doing this whole Disney Plus premiere.
Mm-hmm.
They earned $8.6 million at the U.S. box office over the weekend. They had a very limited window of where this movie was gonna premiere at box offices or within the Disney Plus app.
Right.
This is making it sound like the U.S. box office. I think what they're saying is the premiere access for Disney Plus.
Okay.
Because I don't think this went to the actual movie theaters. It did not play at Cinemark venues because the chain did not reach a licensing deal with Disney. The total box office was up, giving analysts reasons to be optimistic about the theatrical industry. So Disney's Raya the Last Dragon earned $86 million at the U.S. box office over the weekend, and its debut $26 million worldwide. A disappointing total even amid the pandemic for Disney's animated movie. More so considering Tom and Jerry made $14 million the week before.
14 million versus 100 million, and they're complaining?
Where'd you get 100 million?
Because you said 86 plus 14, right? Something like that? Or was it 8.6?
No, it's 8.6.
Ah, I thought you said 86.
No. Disney made 8.6 million in the United States and 26 million worldwide. Tom and Jerry made 14 million in the States.
Everyone knows Tom and Jerry, though.
But here's the thing, though. Tom and Jerry debuted everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So the movie also debuted on Disney Plus simultaneously with theaters and additional premiere access for $30 fee. Okay, so they are talking about both. Where Tom and Jerry is available on HBO Max for no additional cost. $30 for a family of 4 is still a very good deal for Blockbuster Entertainment. So they're pretty much saying that not a lot of people ordered this on the Disney Plus app. Now I was going to, but I actually didn't because I just had a very, very busy weekend. But they're saying even though it underperformed, the US box office earned a total of $25 million over the weekend, and they're giving hopeful of the future theater experience, you know?
Mhm.
For me, I still kind of think like a lot of people are saying that this movie was amazing. It was great. A lot of good stuff from this movie. Again, I can't really speak on it. I just hear what everybody else is saying, like how good it was. I did see some of the previews and everything, and it looked really, really good. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of, it's sad that it did as bad as it did, but I'll bet you anything, it's the numbers are going to still keep coming in.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Here's a question for you. Is one of the reasons you didn't get it on the Disney premiere because you were doing things related possibly to spring cleaning, and because some of the things are opening up in society, you are getting a little bit busier and getting out more possibly?
A little bit.
Because I'll say for myself, I spent a lot of time over the past 2 or 3 days actually doing spring cleaning up my apartment, getting things out that I didn't want in here. So my weekends and my time is a little bit different because that season is changing over, especially here in Canada. Like the weather, I'm wearing shorts outside now, and we wait all winter just to to celebrate good weather here.
Yeah. So okay, so this is what happened last weekend I'm trying to think on Friday. Okay, so we were really stuck on The Handmaid's Tale, which we just finished. Okay, so if you guys don't know, WandaVision's last episode was 2 weeks ago, right? And we finished watching it Friday night when it aired. Starting on Saturday, we started to watch The Handmaid's Tale. The Raya movie didn't come out until the week after. And we were watching Handmaid's Tale, and we watched all 3 seasons in 2 weeks, a week and a half. Yeah, 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, let's say. So we watched all 3 seasons in 2 weeks. We were just stuck on it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. This last weekend, the reason why we didn't watch it was on Saturday. On Saturday. So if you guys don't know, if you guys aren't in the Telegram groups, I have a puppy. Her name is Bella, and she's a half boxer, half shepherd. Right now, she's on timeout. She's in trouble. She's in the backyard because she decided to pee in the house without telling us to go outside. So, but she graduated her puppy class last Saturday.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. And it was cool. It was every Saturday we've been taking her to class. The weekend before that, after her class, we took her up to Big Bear Mountain, and there's a lot of snow up there, and she was just going crazy up in the snow. This last weekend, she graduated class, and we brought her home, and we were just hanging out with her, playing with her, and she was doing good. And we finished The Handmaid's Tale. And then Sunday, we took her to puppy day camp, where you drop them off at 8 o'clock in the morning, pick them up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And we took off to Mount. There's this one called Potato Mountain. I'm no joke, 2.5 miles like this, straight up. Yeah, my ankles right now are still hurting, like on how steep it was. It was pretty gnarly. Got up there, you could see like 3 counties from how high it was. Once we were done, we came back down, and then we ended up driving about another hour and a half into the mountain, like up to Mount Baldy. And then there's snow up there. I've never been up there. I've lived in California all my life, and I've never been up there. Drove up there, went out, had a good time, came back down the mountain, and then we looked at the time. We're like, hey, it's like 3:30. We haven't really eaten lunch. Yeah. We pulled over, got food, 4 o'clock. We're like, yeah, let's just pick her up an hour early. There goes our weekend, So I I didn't get a chance to watch it, which actually I am going to pay for it this weekend. I am going to watch it this either Friday or Saturday. But with all that being said, we started to watch Justice League. Zack Snyder, Rob Schneider, huh?
Started.
So I ain't gonna do no 4-hour movie on a crap universe that can't get their shit together. Dude, the Batman, freaking I don't Affleck as a Batman. Come on, that's a joke. Affleck. I like the Wonder Woman actress. I just don't like how they're writing her story. I don't like how they're doing it. How they're directing it. I'll like little segments of Wonder Woman, but I don't like the Wonder Woman movie. I think they're doing a horrible job. Aquaman was the best movie out of all of those movies that are coming out. And there was so much contradiction between Aquaman and the first Justice League movie. Like they're like, "Oh, I saved my mom and I got the trident back and I'm good and I'm back in Atlantis and everything's all peaches and cream." And then Justice League comes out and is like, "Yeah, I'm mad at everybody over there. I'm this. I'm just like, dude, didn't we just like leave you at like we're all peace and harmony and everything's all good and gravy? Why are you all mad? Like they just kicked you out. Like like this don't make sense. I thought this happened afterwards, not before. You have your trident here, but you got your trident over there." Dude, this freaking makes no sense. Like, I don't get it. So, I am not a fan of DCU at all. I don't know what they're going to do with Shazam, with Black Adam. I don't know what they're going to do with Superman. They haven't made a freaking Alan Berry, The Flash movie yet. We're just going off of what the TV show is, but the actor, he doesn't have his own dedicated movie. So it's kind of like, Here's the Flash, and then Cyborg. I've watched him in Doom Patrol, Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol, and it's kind of like it's all right. He's downplayed in that movie a little bit. He's not as a badass character as he should be, and then he's here in this one, Justice League, and it's kind of like it to me. Like I didn't know the whole story about Zack Snyder. About how he had to stop doing the movie and he had to go away and he had it practically done, but they pretty much scrapped it and started over with another director.
Yeah.
But this whole DC Comics, they're trying to mimic Marvel so hard.
You know, it's funny. I was like, "Oh, this is DC's Endgame." When I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, this is DC's Endgame." Okay, all right.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. It's no spoilers, please. No spoilers because I'm still watching it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch an hour a day. I'm going to treat it like a TV show. Watch an hour a day. If I can get to 2 hours, cool. But I'm not going to go too crazy with it. But this is what hurts me the most, and it's sad to admit this. This is what hurts me the most. My all-time superhero out of Marvel, DC, out of everybody.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Superman. He's your main man.
He's my main man. The old Superman movies back in the 80s were great. I thought they were awesome. Wolverine is my second favorite character. What the hell's going on with my hair now? My hair's going all crazy again. I don't know, dude. I think they could have done a much better job with Superman, with the whole Justice League. They could have picked a better Batman. Okay, Affleck, you like Batman, but you're a horrible Batman. Just because you love Batman doesn't mean like, hey, I'm going to do a Batman movie and butcher it as much as I can. I'm Batman. No, you're not Batman. I'm Batman. No. So sorry to rant. I know we've been talking a little bit about. I think I ranted a little bit last week too on how they could have done like the Joker better, how they could have done some of these other movies better, and it's just been. It's literally like think about this. Marvel did Iron Man. They did 2 Iron Mans before Avengers, right? Yeah, they did 2 Iron Mans. They had a Hulk, which then they recasted later. They did Captain America. They did a Thor. Dude, they prepped everybody. You know, they introduced Black Widow in Iron Man, and they started introducing Nick Fury, the Shield. Like they slowly started to put the pieces together, and then it's like Avengers. Oh, by the way, here's also Hawkeye that's part of it. And it was just like, dude, that transition, how they did everything was smooth.
Mhm.
Super smooth. And the follow-up after that, like, okay, let's do another Iron Man, another Thor, another Cap. Let's throw in an extra, I think it was Guardians at that point that they might have thrown in there. That doesn't make sense with the Avengers just yet.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, hold on a second. It will. But the way they led into Avengers 2 was kind of like they're all fighting and they're in and they're there and then the story goes on,
Right.
So they took their time. Like it took them almost like what 7 years to really form it up to the Avengers movie and to say, here you go, here's the group. And then it took them another like 10 years to get to Endgame.
I think this was 22 movies in total.
I think so too.
Yeah.
They really, they made you, what do you want to call it? They got you invested.
You in.
Yeah. They got you invested in each character. Like you had a connection with the characters. So I don't want to go too far into it, but I can go for a while just on this one topic. So let's move on this one. But Disney's Raya's, they're going to be fine.
Yeah, they're going to be fine for sure. For sure. So moving on, there is a movie coming out at the end of next month that got delayed. And I don't know, some people might have to get Netflix to watch it. Let's talk about that. It's called The Mitchells versus the Machines. Now, I believe this is from the same people that brought you Into the Spider-Verse. So it's an animated film, and it's also going to have actors and actresses, including Conan O'Brien. That's going to be voicing a character in here.
Chrissy Teigen's in there too.
Chrissy Teigen, yeah. Yeah, so there's some good actors and actresses.
So for me, what is the big deal with this movie? Because I've never heard of the Mitchells versus the Machines. I guess because the people who brought you Into the Spider-Verse are bringing you this one. I wasn't really into the Spider-Verse movie.
So they spent $100 million to acquire the rights of this movie. Just getting the rights to it.
But what's the big deal on this movie? Like I've never even.
So it was produced by Sony. I'm just trying to see if I can get more information on it, but apparently, like they're talking like it's a big deal.
Maya Rudolph's in it. Olivia Colman, Eric Andre, John Legend.
It's got some big names.
Some big names. It had some big names. I'm kind of interested just because to see who the names are that are in here. So I'm like, okay, this should be good, but I'm not for me, I would rather watch Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon, just because it's like it's a Disney thing. With this one, I'm not really sure why I should be invested with the Mitchells versus the Machines. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a great movie. It says it's been much anticipated by a lot of people. So I don't know.
Jay Farrow, isn't he the guy that does all the impersonations, the impressions of like Eddie Murphy and
Oh yeah. From
right?
SNL. Yeah.
So yeah, it's got a really good lineup. It's going to be interesting, and the animations look good. So if you are into animated movies or a fan of any of the people that we mentioned, Conan O'Brien, Jay Farrow, Charlie Yee, Ellie Mills, Alex Hirsch, Griffin McElroy, Fred Immersion, Beck Bennett, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend. Like there's a lot of people in here, so it should be interesting what they're able to produce with the animated film for sure.
Yeah, should be interesting for sure. So the last thing I wanted to bring up today was YouTube breakup. There was a viral video that went around. I forgot the girlfriend's name, but I know this guy is a Twitch streamer. He does video games and stuff, and I guess he was, I don't know if he was playing a game or was about to play a game or just finished playing a game, but he broke up with his girlfriend, and I don't know why people like to do this. It's like, dude, why are you trying to get clout? Like, sit down and grow up. He posted a tweet saying, "I'm single." It's like, does that make you feel better, Karen? And I guess his ex-girlfriend rolled up, and for whatever reason, he let her in the house. And she was on this YouTube live stream and was like, "We're still together, daddy. We're still together, baby." She was calling her daddy, and I'm like, hey, if that turns you on, whatever. But she had this very random evil laugh, and it was like a Harley Quinn. I was telling you earlier, it sounded like a random Harley Quinn giggle, like something that she would do. And I was like listening to this, I'm just like, psycho, I don't know, this guy better. And he kept trying to get her to get out. So the first video ends, and I guess he kept recording it from his cell phone or something. The cops came over, and I guess she started screaming bloody murder, like he was beating her up or doing Lord knows what. So the cops showed up, and once somebody files a complaint that somebody is getting beat up, or like, hey, it sounds like somebody's getting murdered over there, then they got to go and they don't need a warrant. Yeah, they got to go investigate. They don't need a warrant. They don't need anything. They could just break in through your door and find out what the hell's going on, because hey, if somebody's getting deleted over there, then they need to go in and check it out. So they got in there, nothing was happening. They see her just acting a fool. They arrested her, took her out. They took him outside too, because they got to talk to him and find out what the hell's going on. But like, what the hell are we going? What is the world coming to now?
So I don't know. I mean, I seen a reaction video to this video, and first, if somebody is publicly putting your relationship status, if you're with them or whatever, online, before it comes to you, if you are still together and they're posting something else publicly, shouldn't be with them anyways, right? If they had a conversation with you and they're like, okay, we're over, we're done, and then you saw them post a relationship status, well, that's on them because you're no longer with them, right? But if there was no discussion, I'm not sure if there was or there wasn't, but it is what it is. Secondly, the other thing that I have to say about this is that when the cops got involved, he was just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And then she said the same thing. I don't know. So it's almost like she's mentally abusing him and he's allowing it because he had an opportunity to separate himself from the situation. Because prior to the cops showing up, he asked her to leave several times and she didn't. So if, enforcement does have to get involved again, it's almost like he didn't purposely cry wolf, but the opportunity was there and he shot it down. So will they believe you next time that you didn't know what was going on? Like, I don't know.
It's dumb. I don't get why people got to do stupid things like that. And so the guy was a black guy, and the girl was, I think she was Hispanic. She might have been white, but I think she was Hispanic. Just because of her, she kind of talked a little funny, you know.
Oh, well then, you people,
you damn Hispanics. Yeah, I don't get it, man. It's just, and it might have been again for clout. It might have been just to get views, or it might have been just a publicity stunt or whatever. But just dumb. It just, I don't know. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yeah, we're gonna end it with that. Let us know. Leave us a comment if you guys find anything that's very interesting that you guys want us to talk about. Shoot it down in the comment section. Let us know. And yeah, anything you got to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, just make sure you leave us a review. You let us know how you enjoyed the topics, the show, ourselves, the weather, whatever. I don't care. Just leave us a comment. Leave us a review. Tell us what's up, what's good. We're having a blast. We're always bringing different kinds of content to you, from reactions to news to interviews to teaming up with other content creators. You never know what you're going to get from Beyond the Streams, because it's coming from the great beyond.
The great beyond. And with all that being said, stay tuned to the next episode, because you never know who is going to be showing up. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.
Peace.